creating, problem solving. You know, being an artist is almost like science, being a scientist, because you're creating something, or
process of elimination.
Process elimination, studies. I use, even in my abstract work, I use studies before I actually make the actual final abstract work. And the study is just, I usually use master paper. That way that item can also be sold later.
What is master paper?
Like acid-free. Usually you can get ones that specifically are for watercolor. You can add a medium that you can add your acrylic. That way it doesn't. It's just a lot of mediums that you can use to create. Work. I call it work. I don't call my artwork pieces. It's work. It's my work. It's what I love doing.
Yeah.
And people support me, and I appreciate that. I don't post a lot of my work.
Is there a reason you don't post a lot of your work?
It's because sometimes having a gallery, sometimes I don't even finish a lot of projects before they're sold. Before they're sold. I'll be working on like 9 different paintings, and I'll have studio visits all day, and then they'll start buying them, and I'm not even complete. But I'm just good at selling. Always be closing ABC. I'm trying to make a living, so I can start over again. I feel confident. Then that idea becomes a whole nother project. I'm like, okay, I let that go. And then I had then you got a manager, organizing, archiving, making sure that you document, that's your work, and sign it right, and make sure you don't use Sharpie.
And these hats are all fitting on one head.
Yeah. You got to use archival ink to sign.
So there's a particular kind of ink that's needed for this.
Yeah, you got to sign. You shouldn't sign in Sharpie, because Sharpies fade. Acrylic pen is great. A regular painting your signature, but you shouldn't use Sharpie to sign your work.
Okay.
And always sign your work. That's good advice for people.
As an artist, how have you maintained sanity in the not consistent?
Just staying busy, staying active, not trying new things, I did for a long time. I had a mentor. He's passed on, but he gave me access to a lot of his properties, and I was constantly changing. I was making these different each location. I would do jazz at one spot. I'll have I hate to use the word after hours, but it was like a space where people can come and chill and
release.
Being around people is helpful too. From in the north, and being what was the question again?
How do you find sanity in the unexpected, basically? Because nothing for artists are scheduled.
Vision boards.
What's the importance of a vision board?
They just there's like laws of attraction. You make a vision board. It could be on your phone. It could be, a little. You had those collages on your phone. You could take a few things. Like, let's say the collage only has 5 slots. Well, you put those 5 slots of things that you want. I more so say need more than wants, and then I try to, and then I might not get exactly that, but I'll get something close, and I'm content with that, and that fulfills me, and that motivates me, and that keeps me going, and that helps a lot. And finding inspiration is really difficult, and the unknown. Thank you.
Do you remember the first time you found inspiration by yourself?
The last time I found inspiration by myself, anytime I'm on my bike, so I ride a bike a lot, and